here with more commentary. This time we're looking at what are we looking at? We're looking at Museum. We're looking at Crossroads and Ironmonger with green cards being the only draw. Spice Merchant is pretty good thinning. I don't know how about opening Crossroads on a 4-3. Doesn't seem that good to me. I do kind of like Baron. I want to have a Spice Merchant because chariot races are probably important at some moment. You're going to train something. But I like having a Baron here. You're not going to get rid of your estates. In fact, you can't get rid of your estates even if you'd want to. Fortune Teller may well have a place because it will nail them to. First of all, it's 2 points for Museum. Second of all, it will nail them to having an estate on top for much of the game, which you can then use to set up chariot races. Obviously, you need to play the fortune teller early enough in your turn. Who got the second spice merchant? Glass did. I don't like the second one. It's going to be too do nothing too early, I think. Market. Get another market. Not sure what this is about. Did I not discard my deck? You did not. This should be another Ironmonger. Pretty sure Ironmonger is a bit better than Chariot Race for a while. Actually, I think it should be a Baron still, but you're kind of heavy on terminals right now, so I could see getting an Ironmonger. Well, you have this. You have two Crossroads. Not a big fan of the second Crossroads. Trigger this shuffle if you're glass. Absolutely. Oh, that was a great draw. Market, market. Okay, now I think I'd play this Spice Merchant for money. Although I guess, no, drawing's better, right? Because you're going to have 2 money anyway in here. And I would get a Baron still. Like, I absolutely want Baron. I guess this top decked 2 coppers, which is good against Chariot Race, but being good against Chariot Race is not what I'm worried about. Wow, they both have 2 Spice Merchants? I really don't like that. Ironmonger. Okay. So this is only 5. You're really going to have a hard time getting to Border Village if you're Lemon here. I think you need to pick up a Baron. With only one Chariot Race in each deck, I don't think it's worth top decking the coppers to play around it. It could also give you problems with your Spice Merchants later. Gets a market, but I don't know. Again, you want to draw cards here for sure. And you want to draw cards here for sure. Market, market, Border Village. Chariot Race hits the last estate, which actually hits for you, which is really good for you. Having the Border Villages in the deck is really nice because they're good for. I don't think I like training that. Well, I don't know. I think I'd still want the Baron there, but the Baron, Border Village Baron makes more money, and it's also better for your chariot races. You can train later. Okay, so this should be a Baron for Lemon. Or not a Baron, a Border Village. Again, I would take a Baron with the Border Village, but I guess it could be a gold. He doesn't have a good training target though. He only has 2 crossroads and 1 of anything else. Oh, I guess he has 2 spice merchants, but he's not going to be able to play them for long. He needs more money in his deck. Um, so, I mean, it's going to be Border Village plus Market or Border Village plus. It's probably going to be Border Village plus Market, but I would really be getting Border Village. Okay, so he's going for Mega Chariot races. I don't like it. Although if you are going for this, like having a big stack of chariot races and then getting a fortune teller to set them up, makes some sense to me. Obviously, you're going to get both of these for money, and now your spice merchants are going to be complete garbage. And I don't think you want to rebuy coppers to keep feeding them. This is why I didn't want 2 spice merchants. 2 markets makes sense. No coppers, I think, is good, but okay, so this is going to be messenger, spice merchant for money and buy. And 8 is going to be what? Chariot race, chariot race. Market chariot race. I mean, that also makes some sense. Yeah, I guess market is still just better than chariot race, huh? But yeah, I don't know. I still want Baron here. Is that insane? I expect, however, for this to be Border Village Market Market. And once you've got the training down here, you really just want to get all your markets as fast as you can. You can always buy a copper again the last turn. You're going to have plentiful extra buys. 1 extra point for museum seems good, but there's just 1. You lead on Ironmonger here. Probably good enough to keep on top. Okay, you're pretty happy about this. Only an estate on top. I'd mostly be playing my my stuff sooner rather than later. By stuff, I mean so this is probably going to be Border Village Market Chariot Race. Could also be Triple Chariot Race. Could be Messenger for things and get 2 chariot races. Maybe Triple Chariot Race makes more sense. I don't know. Okay. Here we are. Market, 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 market. Yeah. Okay, so here I'd be thinking Ironmonger. I'd be thinking Baron. I'd be thinking maybe some chariot races. They have a border village on top. You can't ever win a race. Play Ironmonger next. Keep the estate. Play chariot race next. I don't really want to use this for draw, but I might have to. I think I'd play Crossroads next, though. Yeah, and I'd play Crossroads again here now. Yeah, okay. Now I don't remember what this last card is. It's not a cop. Oh, it's an estate. I'd be reasonably inclined to keep it in hand. You do have to worry about pileouts. I'd get a chariot race here. I might get a fortune teller. That's another crossroads. That's kind of a lot. Border village, market, crossroads, chariot race, market, chariot race. Okay, 16 and 8 buys. This should be enough to win. Well, you got to make sure that you're just going to score enough. If you messenger crossroads, that costs 4. Then there's, it costs 8 more to get all the rest of the crossroads, and then you can just buy an estate and win. Because it's your first messenger, so that's going to score you 2 points for museum. Or actually, you could buy a copper and win on the points from. Yeah, it's very easy to win here. In fact, I don't think you even need to do. Yeah, you could just buy 6 crossroads, buy estate copper, and that'd win by a point. Or even curse copper. That would also win by a point. Okay, ironmongers, and now you can just buy out the crossroads. This also works. Yeah, okay. What to say there? I want a baron mostly. I don't like the second spice merchant. Glass got ahead by getting the big markets with all the museums. It's more money, thinner, faster. Yeah, I don't know. The chariot races didn't end up doing that much until that last turn. They scored a few points.